This is an opera. This is Tchaikovsky. I just really love the cover of these. It's really beautiful.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, friends, and welcome to a little weekend in my life. Just got back from the store. Got some Dunkin' coffee and a little breakfast. This morning I got up really early. I am volunteering at the Open House New York weekend. So I'm going to be based in the Botanical Gardens for my volunteer session. This is the first time I honestly heard of Open House New York on like a TikTok, because they are known for their, hi Mimi, they are known for their, it's like they're known for their like Open House New York, like weekend of events where they work with historical landmarks and other like design forward and artists communities to just sort of showcase architectural and cultural institutions across the city that are normally closed to the public. So I was like, what better way to check out those places and also start doing some volunteer work than now. So I volunteered. It was actually like the last day to register to volunteer that I did it, and was approved, and now here I am with my shirt. And yeah, just thought that I would pick up the camera and vlog for this weekend and see what we get up to. I am excited. I haven't been to the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens in forever, so I'm really excited to check that out and support the mission of Open House New York and see what happens. So yeah, I am going to eat my breakfast. I think it's like 9 o'clock right now, and I want to try to get there for 10:30. So we have a little bit of time. So I'm gonna eat my breakfast, relax, and then we'll head off.
Scarves. We're in the car now. Look at this cute hat I got from them. The oak kind, which is Kenzie and.
All right, I am walking to my volunteer shift. Honestly, besides the orientation, I don't really remember much about like our training. So I've been just like scrambling to cram all the details about the visit and the weekend and the organization in these last few minutes. But honestly, it's a beautiful day and there's nothing that I can do but my best. So we're going for it. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've been to the Brooklyn Botanical Garden since I was a child. I didn't even think the entrance was over here. Just finished with my volunteering session. It literally was so easy, so quick. And now I am checking out the gardens. The grounds are just absolutely beautiful. And it's just such a great day. I'm so like shocked by this. But yeah, if y'all haven't been to Brooklyn Botanical Garden, definitely check it out. Oh my gosh, I am kicking myself for never coming here. This is absolutely stunning. Just got back from a really great time at the Botanic Garden. I wanted to come back home and eat my lunch before heading out again because I definitely want to check out this gallery. I'm not sure if it's open today, but we'll just see. But yeah, I had such a great time. I'm eating this chicken noodle soup that I made this week, which who even am I? I'm really proud of how much cooking I've been doing, all the different recipes I've been trying out. Who knew making chicken noodle soup was so simple, but it really is. And yeah, so I'm having that for lunch. I will say that like my whole plan, so I volunteered at the open house in New York because I thought it would be an interesting way to like meet folks. That did not happen. I was like stationed at at one of the entrances alone. They sort of separated the volunteers, and most of them like weren't really in my age range. So I don't know that nothing actually happened except for me exploring the botanic gardens. I don't know. I call it the botanical gardens, but it was a good time. No, nevertheless, and it was a good time either way, and I'm so glad I did it. So yeah, gonna have some lunch and head back out. See you in a bit. So tell me how I drove all the way to Williamsburg to check out an exhibit. Then I ended up going to land to sea. It wasn't until I ended up buying some meat from the butcher shop that I realized I didn't have my wallet with me the whole time. And that's one of the scariest feelings ever because I had to drive like I don't live in Williamsburg, so I had to drive all the way over there, and I just like without my license, I had to be very I was just so aware of it. So as soon as I like got my meat, I like started heading home. But thankfully, and also, I recently had my wallet, I recently lost my wallet, so I was scared that it maybe wasn't home. It was, thankfully. So I just got back from seeing Kiana Park's exhibit at the Bishop Gallery. Really beautiful works. She is a newer artist, or new to me artist that I have been following on Instagram for a few months now after just stumbling upon her on Instagram, and I really love her work. I would love to own. I didn't even ask them about pricing for this one. When I went to the Danielle McKinney Gallery in Chelsea, I asked about the pricing for her work, and they were like $25,000 to $30,000, and that was when I said, "Oh, okay." It don't matter how much it is. I don't got it, So I was just excited to see her beautiful paintings and just learn more about, what the exhibit was about, which is really just her sort of evolution to finding herself and growing up, in Jersey in a very Christian household to learning herself, discovering her queer identity, and just sort of also her journey of going through cancer and sort of going into remission. Like, really cool. All right, I feel like I'm telling everything, but if you're in Brooklyn, Williamsburg, and you like art, check out the Bishop Gallery. Yeah, so I did that, and I plan on making, I'm still in my groove of like cooking, so I want to make a pot roast this weekend for the week, and I needed to get some meat. Stop by this place called the Meat Hook, which is across the street from Land to Sea, and they didn't have the chuck roast. Honestly, I've never made pot roast before, so I don't know the terminology for the type of meat that I need to get, and I also don't know where it lives on the cow. Either way, they didn't have it. It's a chuck roast. They didn't have it, but I ended up getting brisket instead. And I was like, they were really kind to me and really helpful, and just had a lot of different suggestions for what I could use in place of it. And I was nervous because I love following the rules, but the recipe did say that I could use a brisket instead of a chuck roast. And I also got some beef stock. Honestly, I was a little hesitant to get anything at all. I was just in there to look, because the Williamsburg prices be real, it be real hipstery in there. The prices be a little higher, the quality is better, things are branded, so I was like, oh, I don't know about this, but I ended up getting it. And honestly, this is something I was thinking about getting. It sort of helps me so I don't have to go all over the place tomorrow to get the rest of the ingredients. I think I just need potatoes and onion soup, and I think I just need potatoes, and then I'm good. I got the beef stock. We set, baby. Thank you. Have a good one. Good morning. I am heading to Whole Foods to pick up a few things for my pot roast tonight. I have I don't know, it's particularly on Sundays, I find it very hard to, I'm realizing that I'm not eating until later on in the day, the afternoon time, even though I'm up earlier. So I need to do something about that. But I did stop and get some coffee from Dunkin' Donuts today. Yeah, maybe a little addicted, but my thing is, I don't have coffee every day. Only a few times a week, and then in the house I mostly just drink my matcha. But yeah, that's what I've been doing it. And again, this is still not food though, so whatever. Honestly, ever since I've gotten the cat, I've vacuumed pretty much every day. But honestly, whatever you have to do to keep things clean. I've never been more, I wouldn't say I've never been more clean. Things are slowly falling apart now, but I'm this is the most clean that I've been in life. So that's a positive for getting a cat. Yeah, so I'm vacuuming all the time, but I need to clean and do some more vacuuming this afternoon and cook. Hey everyone, just got back from Whole Foods and just wanted to show a few things I got. Up some ice cream cones, spinach. Have not been eating enough vegetables, so got some spinach. Hopefully I'll finish it this week. So I got pomegranate, juicy pomegranates. I love pomegranates during the season. Also got some carrot oranges, which are one of my favorite orange types for the fall and winter. Up some Honeycrisp apples, smoked paprika, red baby potatoes, whole milk, and 2 packs of masks. Fall's coming, winter is coming. I've been hearing people getting sick. COVID's still a thing. I'm not trying to get sick. Don't forget to re-up on your mask. And then after I went to Whole Foods, I stopped at Ample Hills Creamery to get a pint of ice cream. So the version I got was the baked unbaked flavor. I love Ample Hills Creamery in Brooklyn, and it's nice that they have like pints that they sell that you can take home. Oops. So yeah, that's what I got. Gonna put all this stuff away, and then I need to work on prepping the meat. I need to season it and everything. Just seasoned the meat. I honestly very rarely cook with beef, so I'm hoping that it'll all be well. I'm just gonna let it marinate for a bit in the fridge and then take it out to sear all the sides of the meat before officially getting started with the cooking. Alright, I've seared the meat, attempted to sear the meat. The whole apartment is smoky. Added in the onions and potatoes. Honestly, this is filled to the max, so I hope that it works out well. And I accidentally added the baby carrots, so that's probably gonna be mushy. But yeah, fingers crossed. Hey everyone. So taking a little break from work because I wanted to show a few of my records and my record collection. I got a question to go through them a while back and never really made the time to sit down and do that. And then recently I had a question about the sort of type of music taste that I like. So I was like, this is a great time to just talk about music. Like many people, I really love music. Honestly, the way my undiagnosed ADHD is set up, I'm not the best at making playlists. I listen to a lot of albums. So I have this one album, and then I'm also like crap at making names. Like I don't take this stuff seriously at all. So I have like one playlist that's called Vibes, and it's literally albums, which I think defeats the purpose of the playlist. I need to rework my playlist creation and I think be more specific about the vibes that I want to create. But then what happens with me is as soon as I hear a song, I instantly think about the next song that will play in that album and then want to listen to the album. So I don't know. But yeah, the type of music that I love, like I'm really more of like an R&B girl. I do like not every single genre of music, but for the most part, I'm open to listening to different types of music, exploring different sounds and stuff. And in the last few years, I've really opened up my mind to different sounds of music and things like that. Outside of the records, folks that I really like listening to Of course, Beyonce. I love Beyonce. I think she is incredibly talented. Literally, just her music makes me feel so good. Um, love Beyonce. Love Janae Aiko. Love Solange Knowles. I love Neo. Neo is a really great artist. I think also a lot of the music that I enjoy is alternative R&B, as well as standard R&B. So Tim's, Neo, Moses Sumney, Giveon, love Jasmine Sullivan. Also really love old school 90s, early 2000s R&B. Just like I've also recently gotten into like Maggie Rogers. Like that album, Heard It in a Past Life, is like just like perfect. Love Olivia Rodrigo. Have recently gotten into Billie Eilish. Years ago, realized Ariana Grande's Sweetener album is something that sort of solidified, like, was a moment for me where I realized, wait, I actually really like her music. So some Ariana Grande, have been obsessed with Anita Baker lately. Her tone is absolutely gorgeous. The type of R&B that they were making, like late 80s, is just like on another level. It's just more, it feels really poetic and just more relaxed and just sensual and sexier and moodier. And I've been really obsessed with Anita Baker. That song, Nothing in This World, oh, so good. All right. Let's get into like the record. So one of my favorite songs, I have a record by the Gap Band. One of my favorite songs that's not on this record is Yearning for Your Love. A vibe, just really good, really great groovy song. So I love, I'm not like a purist when it comes to like records. I haven't listened to every single one of these records. Some of them and this is one of them. My grandmother gave them to me. She has a big collection, and I think for Christmas last year, 2 years ago, she gave me a few of her records. I'm actually gonna give her my record player because she has not only records but CDs that she would like to be able to listen to. And I don't have any CDs, but my record player does have like all these different functionalities, or you can play a CD and attach to Bluetooth. So I'm gonna give mine to her and find something for myself that is just more techy and that is not as like, that's a little bit just more like simplistic. So yeah, I have the Gap Band. I have Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. And it has songs like Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing and If This World Were Mine. So it's like really popular songs from my grandmother's time. So it was really cool to go through her records and just sort of pick what were some things that she had that, you know, were really important to her, or like were significant to just like her evolution and growing up and stuff. So also I got this, I don't remember if I got this from, I think I got from my grandmother's too. This is Nat King Cole. I really love Nat King Cole. His song I Love You for sentimental reasons. It's just so beautiful. And he has just like the most beautiful he had just the most beautiful voice. So again, haven't heard this in a while. Actually, wait, this is like a little call out for me to maybe throw on some records before I get rid of this for a minute. Teddy Pendergrass. I saw this. All right, some of these records I've gotten for the style and just sort of the look of the record. Teddy Pendergrass was fine. He was a member of the Herald and the Blue Notes, Melvin and the Blue Notes. I don't remember, but yeah, I saw this. I was like, ooh yeah. he also just had like such a deep voice, and it's very, very nice. Last Christmas, I got the Homecoming vinyl from Beyonce's live performance, which is iconic. This Whitney album that I got, yeah, it's OG Whitney Houston album that has like I Want to Dance with Somebody on it. I really have no method or madness to my record collecting. If something stands out to me, I'm like, this is great. Have Frank Sinatra, have a record, The Best of Donny Hathaway, and I think I got this like not too long after I moved back to New York, but these are Negro Spirituals. Have not listened to it yet. I just really love the cover of these. It's really beautiful. I think this was another one, Johnny Mathis. I don't know who that is. I don't know why I have this, but I have it. Gerald Levert, Casey and JoJo. Which one is this? This is Crazy. I love Casey and JoJo growing up. Oh my goodness. The OJs, Cry Together, Used to Be My Girl. Yeah, this is the Soulful of Love album. This is, oh yes, this is the group that Teddy Pendergrass is a part of. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. And this is the Wake Up Everybody album. You can see Teddy Pendergrass right there. And then I have another Harold Melvin and the Blue Note album, If You Don't Know Me By Now, which is like one of those popular songs. So yeah, really cool. Gladys Knight and the Pips. If I Were Your Woman. I think this is the album. Honestly, the title, If I Were Your Woman, I'm not feeling it too much. Right. This is an opera I got. So like before I even had a record, I was like, whenever I like walked by records that were like out on the street, like I would sometimes like stumble upon records that were like that were on the street and people were just giving them out. And I stumbled upon this because I had never seen a Black woman in like an opera or anything like that, and I was intrigued. So I have this. I am not very well versed in anything having to do with opera, but I think it's still like a beautiful form of song music. Years ago, I went to this really popular restaurant in Philadelphia called the Victor Cafe, where it used to, I don't know if it's still a thing now, but at that restaurant, the wait staff were opera singers. So every 20 minutes or so, they would sing an aria, a little song. And one night I like treated myself out to like a little solo dinner date there, and while I was eating, I was so excited I love like something where you can experience something like that. And they sang like one of those really, they did an aria that's like really popular, and I legit started like tearing up and crying. And I am not someone that cries a lot. I'm not someone that cries a lot, but that performance just got me so like, it just made me feel so much. And I was like, maybe I should like start listening to some more opera, even though I don't know what they're saying or anything like that. So that was definitely one of the things that influenced me to get more opera records, which is why I have, okay, so that one was Grace Bumbry, singing Gluck's Orfeo ed Eurydice, I don't know. Then that led me to getting, this is an opera. This is Tchaikovsky. So I think this is just like classical music. Honestly, correct me if you know better, but I'm like, I think classical music is not really the same thing as like an opera. So yeah. The kids are out of school. So if you hear some noise, those are the kids. I think this is another Grecian opera, Orpheus and Eurydice. It's another Gluck. And what's really cool about like the opera records is that it's like, it looks like a book, and inside it has the records. It has the records and I guess a book inside that you can follow along the songs to. Honestly, I'm so bad. I have not opened this. Yeah, I don't even know what language this is. Oh, this is German. All right, yeah. Okay. Learning a lot. Okay, 2 more. So yeah, this is Tosca. I don't know her, but I thought this cover was really interesting. And then I have this vinyl in here. Everything looks to still be in like really great condition, so I need to like bust these out a little bit more. And then I picked up, this was something I got from the street. This is a Alan Welch vinyl. I think this guy was like Trinidadian, and this is like, I'm not completely certain on what genre of music this is because I've never heard of it or I've never heard it, but I think this guy is Trinidadian, so maybe Calypso. That's my record collection and like my little chat about music. If you want me to take another stab at creating a playlist, maybe I should like, since it's the winter, like winter's coming, all that stuff, I should like create playlists for particular vibes. I don't know, to sort of enjoy. I don't know, give me an activity or something to do. I don't know if I should. Let me know in the comments if I should like create a real playlist that's not made of albums, and take another stab at it, because it is really interesting to, I feel like you learn a lot about people and their style and what they like, from the type of music that they listen to. So yeah, let me know. And also in the comments, let me know, what type of music do you like? What are some artists, who are the artists that I should be listening to right now? I like a lot of alternative R&B. So yeah, looking forward to hearing from you. So I'm going to end this video here. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
She said she the one, I bet she thinks she is. Saying don't have no trust, I don't know where you been. I need a break.